up, yo?
Welcome to CNN. I'm Don Lemon. Chris Cuomo with me as always. Tonight's top story.
Orange man back.
Ha! What's happening there, buddy?
Y'all come to watch us idiots again on this on the YouTube.
So, who's been pre-gaming?
Anybody pre-game today? So.
Hey, there's Chris.
Yes. Games.
I thought you were going to come over, Chris.
Frank said he's had 32 Chardonnays. That's quite a few there, Frank.
No wonder he couldn't make it. So what do you say we started off with a glass of whiskey?
Okay. Let's hello, Illinois Steve. You up the Zip staff. Mike Creed, John Connolly, Boss Lady.
Boss lady, isn't that someone you
I
know?
don't know if it's the same one I know. Howdy, Steven, David. Hi, Jack. Holy smokes. They're too fast.
They're too fast for Butch.
I'm a slow, simple-minded person. I can't keep up with all. Sarah, Bobby, Caleb, Raymond, Mike. What's up, Mike? Ryan, Gloria, Robert, Leah, Adam, Billy, DB Omni.
Just piling in, huh?
Yeah. Mason. Crack a cold. Awesome. Oh, okay. Boss Lady, that's my sister. And so is Christy.
So what are y'all doing tonight?
Keep your tops on. Hey,
Jan, calm down. We didn't skip you.
simmer down now. If I want to take my daggone shirt off, I'll take it off. This is America. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Is the sound okay? Because we really don't know.
Our first time. So today, we went and got some stuff done on Earl's truck.
Sounds a little bit muffled. Kind of fuzzy.
Kind of fuzzy. How about that? That's just Butch's voice.
Everybody always tells me that I need to speak up. Speak up. You're mumbling.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, much more.
So what are y'all drinking?
Richard's having some wine on the porch.
Wine on the porch? Nice.
Put it in a cup. Don't be licking it off the porch. Some people's kids.
All right, you ready?
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's not gonna drink itself. It's not a shot.
There's a buzzy, fluttery noise. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something's up with the sound, but only when there's dead air. Well, that means you got to keep yapping.
Right. We got to keep talking, I suppose.
Vegas show still on? I don't know. Is it?
I mean, we don't have control over that. The government does.
Sounds like a fan. Could be a fan.
Could be a fan.
Maker's Mark and Coke, Mike? Ew.
The what now?
Mike's drinking Maker's Mark and Coke.
Nice.
Yuck. Sounds like a cicada. Oh.
Well, there's.
Crickets.
It sounded like a bunch outside until I closed the garage door. Maybe you can still hear
Crickets. Dang, I can't keep up with it.
it. You're supposed to just be talking.
What am I know, but what do you say, Outlaw?
Y'all tuned into this.
Yeah, we're peaceful protesting.
Yeah.
Peacefully protesting. That's why we're not wearing the masks.
But we are about 6 feet apart.
We are pretty close to 6 feet.
We're usually much closer than this.
Anthony, we're in Bull's garage. And the world is definitely still a banana tree. That banana tree dropped all of the bananas at one time.
Yeah. And Pelosi hit the ground this morning.
Yeah. It says ain't Texas around Texas. Well, that means the ain't Texas is the rest of the U.S. If you look at it, it's like a picture of the United States, and you have Texas at the bottom, and the rest of it ain't Texas.
Ain't Texas. Who's going to vote for Earl this year? I voted for Earl in 2016.
Robert Briley, my thoughts on Greg Abbott is he's a chump. And he lost my vote.
He lost my vote too.
Rob, Bull's gonna have to get your questions ready.
Yeah, I'll pull up the questions I had from the previous post.
Well, I'm a Texas implant. I was implanted here or transplanted here, so my drink of choice is Miller Lite, and he's here from Michigan.
Yeah,
So
we're both whatever.
we weren't born here, so we don't have to drink Busch Light or Bud Light, whatever they drink. How many lattes before we started here? A couple.
Yeah, I've had 3, I think.
You keeping count, fella? Texas is the best state, sir.
Hey, Rob, where did you ask your questions at?
Abbott is dang sure getting blackmailed. He's getting blackmailed. He's still a chump, though. There you go, Brian. Rob said it was an email.
Oh, you asked me an email?
Look at that organized part of the garage. Right, Outlaw. Everything else looks like trash.
Yeah, because my OCD would allow it to look like trash.
Why is he a chump? Because he bowed down to the mob and put a mask mandate, which
Mandate.
mandate.
I thought that was when Barack and Michelle went out on a date.
Right. He said, yeah, no, as you said, send it via email.
I'm sorry, we're not the best at social media. Leah in the chat here, she's been handling our social media stuff. So between Earl's truck and touring, what little bit we can tour, it's tough to keep up with everything. But I will go into my email. Was it at the Granger Smith email?
Y'all trying to impeach your governor there in Ohio?
They're trying in Michigan. Whitmer. Woo.
That's a good thing.
It is. Let the people speak.
When's the truck gonna be finished? Man, we have no idea.
Okay, let's explain something about the truck. So it would take a mechanic, like a skilled mechanic, a few years to do what we've done.
Yeah.
So for us to, knock it out in 6 months is kind of tough. We have been waiting on some parts. I'm not going to call out Zach. I talked to him on the phone and told him I was going to call him out. We should be getting the cab back next week. There'll be more on that on Granger's channel. We've got an episode coming out soon that's going to, Granger's going to let everybody in on an update. So we have worked our asses off.
We've worked on it quite a bit.
And we're doing everything we can to get you episodes with what we have. That's what we can say about
Jason
that.
said Chip Boosh does it in a week. I know.
That's not true.
He's very good.
His editing does it in a week.
Hello from Central Michigan, Jack.
We're at in Central Michigan. My grandpa was from Wynn, Michigan, just outside of Mount Pleasant.
Besides Granger, who's your favorite artist that you met?
Mine is Phil Anselmo. I got to hang out with him a couple times, but he's not a country artist. If you're talking country artists, I think actually I think some of their drivers are the coolest people in the world. But like Kane's guys, all of Luke's guys have been super nice. I've only met Luke once, like physically. They're all super nice. We get treated really well when we go out with the big guys.
Yeah, it's
Pantera.
Awesome. He said he sent it to Butch and Bull at Gmail.
Okay, let me check that one for you.
Which were so? Pantera. My question was not on you guys. I think you're doing a great job on the truck. You're doing great work. Oh, we know.
Oh, we know you weren't knocking us. We just wanted to let everybody know that it's a time game.
We know, but and everybody wants videos every day from Granger. He does make some good videos, so just we can do what we can do.
Yeah, we've done a lot. We were there all day today. It's coming, trust me.
What city has been your favorite concert venue? No, Cindy, I don't like Ariana.
Who?
Ariana Grande. What city is your favorite concert venue?
That's tough because I've been in different genres,
I haven't been in a whole lot, except just with Granger, so my choices are limited to that. But I would say any of those, when we were on the Kane tour, we've done a lot of those arenas with the.
Actually, the best one I think we did that I thought was the one in Orlando, where we parked under the bridge. I don't know the name of it.
Orlando was really nice.
Yeah.
That was a great thing.
Yeah, that was like one of the big, and the Staples Center when we got to do that. As far as small clubs, the Machine Shop is always is always at the top of my list. I love the Machine Shop.
How do we like driving up into Wisconsin? Wisconsin has the best roads on the face of the planet.
Northern
Wisconsin.
The UP of Michigan and northern Wisconsin, we always say they must have taken some sort of seminar.
Yeah, they give seminars. They have to, and everybody else fails.
Yeah, nobody follows their rules.
Yeah.
To building a good road.
Just don't go into the woods with Kane Brown on his property.
Oh, come on, guys.
Well,
that's an old story.
Well, to be fair, he really wasn't on his property when he got lost.
Yeah, and think about it. You don't have cell service. You're out in the woods, and you don't know your property. It could happen to anybody.
Donnie said, explain the rock shirts. Well, I'm a metalhead,
We both are.
and I've got a bunch of rock shirts.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to 90s country and heavy metal. That's it.
The only,
I listen to Granger. I listen to, I love all of Granger's stuff. He's the reason I even listen to any of the newer stuff.
thanks, Anthony. Jeremy T, what type of license do you need to drive a tour bus?
CDLA with a passenger endorsement.
There you go. So,
And we run the, somebody asked me on the comments of our last post, if we run the same logs as truckers. It's basically the same. We can run 10 hours straight, no break. Truckers can run 11 hours with a half-hour break in the middle of the first 8 hours. So it's basically the same, except for passenger is a little bit different. We only have to take 8 hours off. Truckers have to take 10.
yeah. Outlaw, we run Big Road.
Yeah, big road trucking app.
Bull, where's your favorite place to visit in Michigan?
Man, the machine shop, to be honest. When I go to Michigan, I live in Ann Arbor. I mean, I like going to the big house. My dad is the athletic. He works in the athletic department for the football team for the U of M, and it's really cool going in there and walking around and seeing all that. But when I go to Michigan, I love going to see shows at the machine shop.
Going to the stadium is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we get to tour stadiums all the time because of
Yeah.
Granger, and we've done the Steelers Stadium.
Yeah.
We did the Seattle Seahawks practice facility, which was cool. I got to see Richard Sherman rehabbing. That was pretty cool. We get to do some fun stuff, that you guys don't always get to see. We get tours of. Heck, we went to Notre Dame once and got to see where Rudy slept in that closet.
In the previous video, I saw the semi being driven away. How do you transport the band's equipment? Well, right now we're pulling it behind the buses.
Two 16-foot trailers. Well, they're 20-foot, 16-foot cargo, 4-foot tongue. So we kind of went from having everything in one to splitting it up into two. And right now, since we're not doing a ton of shows, we're actually, me and Butch are just team driving, pulling one trailer, a little bit less production. It just makes sense right now.
Boss lady, I bought a new vape.
No. Oh, yeah, I guess he did.
I bought one, gave it to Bull, and took his.
Yes, he did. But now he's got a spare for when he drops it
I have a spare.
on the road. We don't have to run and find a vape shop.
What do we think of Pittsburgh? I love Pittsburgh, man.
Stage AE is one of my favorite venues just outside of the stadium.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is one of the best venues.
And if you get drunk there, it's hard to find your way back to the hotel.
Yeah. Unless somebody put you in an Uber like somebody did for me. Butch tried to find his own Uber and ended up on the wrong side of town. He walked like 6 miles to get an Uber, and our hotel was like 2 blocks up.
I walked like 5 miles around it in the rain.
Yeah. That was the night Sean jumped in the bushes.
Yeah, he dove into the bushes. They are pulling covered trailers with buses now.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we started. We've always, it's like there's levels to touring. We used to have 1 bus, 1 trailer. Then we went to 2 buses, 2 trailers. Then we went to 2 buses, 1 with a trailer for merch, 1 with production and a semi. And, this whole banana tree has just kind of put us back a little bit. Yeah. It's really not going back. It's kind of fun. We all get to be together again. It's not like 2 separate buses. It's kind of humbling.
is crap.
At the same time, I want to go back to a semi and stop pulling a trailer, but you know, it is what it is. We have to find the bright side of it.
How did we get the job?
Well, that's two full stories.
Yeah. Mine is, I used to own a vape shop. And Bull would happen to be one of my customers. And one day we just talking when I was making his juice.
Well, I walked in there. He's got, you know, Pantera playing in his shop. He's got a little model AR-15 on the counter. And I was like, I think I like this guy. So he ended up needing to close down the vape shop due to government.
Yeah.
And we were looking for a semi-truck driver. And I was like, you get your CDL and we'll get you in the semi. Well, come to find out, I'd much rather have him as a second bus driver, and we went from there.
Yeah, it kind of just happened. It's like catching lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, I mean, that's how kind of I did, I guess. I mean, like my first deal was with a rock band, and it was like lightning in a bottle. I just started working for them. I was their tour manager, their merch guy, their guitar tech, everything. I did everything. I was a one-man crew. And then after 5-6 years working for Taproot, Evans Blue, you know, some other bands, I got to know Dusty and Frank, and they were working with Granger. And they said, hey, we're getting a bus, or they just got a bus and they needed a different driver. And I went and interviewed at the machine shop. And next thing I know, I'm here in Texas, and I've been here for 6 years. That's how I got into it with Granger.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, like Butch would have never even thought to get into the music industry if I didn't live across the street from his vape shop.
Yeah, it was in my mind working in the entertainment industry was unattainable stuff. I figured you had to be. You have to know somebody.
30. Sorry, my vape went up to 133 watts.
My vape very rarely leaks. I use the Falcon King now, and I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah, mine doesn't leak either. You got to keep it out of the heat, and once it gets too hot, put it in an AC vent. That'll help.
How's Granger pickup going?
What?
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, the truck.
Jeff from Detroit, what's up?
What part of Detroit?
Part of Detroit. Good point, James. I'm so glad that's the way it worked out, Bull. You've been a good friend for a long time, and I always like to remember the good old days. That's Frank. That's how we all got to be.
Yeah, man. It was so cool meeting Frank and Dusty. Dusty's the drummer, obviously. Frank was he was a monitor engineer for Granger at the time, and he went and did front of house for Evans Blue. And I mean, you meet Frank and Dusty, you just become friends with them. They're good dudes. And I was so glad, you know, I was always finding a new tour to go on, and I was able to get into something where I could stay in one place. I mean, I went from tour managing and merch and guitar tech and all that straight to a bus driver. But in between tours, I would always drive a truck. I've had my CDL since 2000. So I was driving a truck in between tours, and I would quit trucking jobs to go do a tour because I knew I could just come back and get a different trucking job.
Yeah.
You know, so I always stayed on tour as much as I could.
You've got a CDL in good standing, you can do a job anytime.
Yeah. So yeah, I would quit one after another. and just go out on tour, come back, find a different trucking job. They don't like that work history, but then if I explained it like, oh, I was out on tour with Taproot, they're like, really?
Chris Carney, will Granger get another semi?
Well, we still have the trailer on kind of on hold because they're not going to just like give out the trailer while it's still wrapped. So they're kind of holding on to it for us. The truck's gone, but we just lease another truck. We didn't own those two pieces of equipment. Granger owns his buses and the other two trailers we pull behind the buses, but the semi was leased from Penske, and we had it wrapped and all that stuff. So the trailer's still sitting in Temple.
Rob said, questions.
Rob, I don't see him in that email. All right, let me look again. I'll let Butch do some talking.
I don't have a new baby, Thomas. Bull has a new baby. Yeah. I've got 2 daughters and 2 grandbabies now.
Grandpa. All right, look, I'm looking. There's nothing in the email.
He said you emailed me back from that email.
Checkmate, Rob.
Touche.
Okay, let me look at my sent. Nothing sent. Dude, are you sure it was butchandbull@gmail.com? Because I've never received an email from that because that's a new email.
Austin, I do like some of Five Finger Death Punch. Some of them, yes.
I actually was on tour with Five Finger Death Punch for 6 weeks. I actually had a really good time. Hey, look, there it is.
Nathan, the steak was pretty good until I got about halfway through, and then it was like chewing water. You couldn't taste it anymore, and that made it worse to try to chew all that crap up.
All right, I got Rob's questions here. We've already answered some of them, Rob. Which one of you is more likely to be called from jail to get bailed out? And answer it like you were the same age, say 22.
Oh, well, that'd be hard.
That's really hard.
That's a hard one.
I was just getting out of the military, and I was having a pretty good time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I think we'd probably both be sitting in jail looking for one of y'all to bail us out.
Yeah, about that time it was a little rough.
He also said, if you weren't driving a bus or pole dancing, what line of work would you guys be in? Sure, not mechanics.
Right. You got that right.
Truck driving, probably, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Butch used to install like lifts and stuff.
Yeah, I've installed a bunch of lifts and worked on a lot of equipment.
Butch is actually a really good mechanic. He's the smart mechanic. I'm the grunt mechanic. So yeah. Do you listen to Granger music regularly? Be honest. Can't read the rest of that question.
I do. I do listen to Granger music a lot because, well, for one, it's good, and 2, my oldest grandbaby loves it, and when she's in the truck with me, that's all we play.
Yeah, and I do. I listen to it. I think I like Earl more just because I'm a metal fan. So when I hear an Earl song come, it kind of hits more in the feels for me. But I think this new album, I've heard it. It's really good. It's got some good stuff in it. Stay tuned for that. When's that? September 25th?
Yeah. Brianna's birthday.
Oh, it's grandbaby's or daughter's birthday.
Butch, you'd make a fine full-time motorcycle rider. Well, thank you, Mander.
He used to be.
Yeah. I rode with Mander quite a bit.
All right. If you had to leave Texas, which state would you choose? Don't choose your home state. Many liberals are fleeing California for Texas and here in Nevada, Rob, which is scary AF. What state would you choose?
If I couldn't live here,
Yeah,
or Arkansas,
correct. That's what I'm saying. I added that in.
Montana.
Me too, Montana. Man, you can go to Montana and just disappear. Or South Dakota. They did the right. That governor did it right.
Yeah, South Dakota, when you go up there, there ain't no Ronas.
Yeah, right. There ain't no Ronas here.
Austin, my opinion on that is just yours. It's BS.
What's that?
But he said, what are my thoughts on the BLM stuff?
Yeah,
It's BS.
yeah.
Do I miss Arkansas? Yes. Sometimes. I miss all the people out there. That's what I miss the most. And I think about that a lot. Almost every day, actually. It's the people.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not drinking much.
Butch is over here reading the comments. I'm not.
What are the other duties you have other than driving the bus?
Well, you can see from our videos, we have a lot. Like, we don't load the equipment, and unload or anything like that. We have, in a pinch.
Yeah.
But mostly our job is safety, keep getting everybody where they're going, and just making sure we get there without, the show must go on. And so if you watch our videos, we're constantly working on these buses, and we have never missed a show. We were late once because of a semi that crashed across the freeway.
Yeah.
We were late, but we still got it done.
But we weren't real late.
No, we weren't.
We didn't miss the show time.
No, we were just late for loading.
We were late for loading. That was it. I miss old Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie. Charlie was a very good man, and we miss him dearly.
How do I feel about Bobby Bones running for governor of Arkansas?
Let's stay away from that.
Well,
Is that a true story? Is he really running for governor?
I don't know, but if he isn't,
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that. That's strange. He lives in Nashville.
I'm in Missouri and I thought my gun went off. What? What are you talking about?
Just now?
Have you had any crazy people stalking the bus waiting for Granger?
Every night.
Every show.
Every night.
Every show.
I'm gonna go on the YouTube page and look at the questions from.
Are we bodyguards too? No, that's Chris Gaines's job.
Right, you seen the size of his arm?
Gaines is bodyguard. But I pity the fool that tries to run up on this group.
Yeah, we definitely have our bases covered.
When can I get my T-shirt? Government is bananas.
Hey, that's a good idea, actually. Trademark.
Where are we headed to next? We got a show next week in Fort Worth.
Yep, Fort Worth. I'm actually not going to be there for that. Butch is running that one. I'm going to head to Michigan, actually, for a little vacation with the family. And actually, Granger was nice enough to let me take our bus So that is super cool for, I mean, not only Melissa and me, but for our baby to have footage of him on a country singers tour bus as we, you know, later in life he can watch that.
When is our merch coming out? I don't know if we're.
I mean, boy, we have to have some 5-digit subscribers before we start putting money into it.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Yeah,
And
that'd be cool to have a shirt.
I mean, we know a guy.
We do know a guy.
We know a few guys.
I mean, you got to invest quite a bit to get some of that stuff. And I know some of these YouTubers and stuff, they have shirts that
Through like bunker branding and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
they don't have to carry all of that stuff.
Yeah. Most people don't have a full apparel company like Granger does. And Tyler, his brother, and Parker. I mean that business is still thriving, and most people don't have that. We're lucky to be in a situation with our touring slowing down.
I'm not shotgunning beer. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
That's the same. I'm not 20. I'm 50.
Right. He is. He just turned 50, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm 50. I ain't shotgunning no beers. Y'all can shotgun all beer you want. And have fun at it. How long have we known each other?
I mean, since about maybe 6 months
16
before.
2016.
Yeah, 4 years.
2016. How do I feel about Trump? I think he's a pretty good president. I don't know if we would hang out or nothing, but I mean, he's been a pretty good president so far. Yeah.
He is a fine president. 2020.
Age has a lot to do with it, because when you're 50 and you shotgun a bunch of beers, it takes you 4 days to get over it. And when you're 20 and you shotgun a bunch of beers, you like by lunch you're ready to go again. So, yeah, makes a big difference,
Hey,
especially when you're a big fat guy like me.
hey, Marcus
I know you
Fitz,
have, Mike.
Marcus Fitzy asks us, do I ever miss Michigan? I miss fall in Michigan. I do not miss the state of Michigan. I miss fall. We don't have that. It's like summer from February till October here.
And then
It goes
then
to
it
this
kinda
kind
cools off a
yeah. it's
for 4 months.
yeah. So I don't miss Michigan. I don't miss the winters. I mean, I miss my family, you know, but that's why we can go visit. Love Cows asked us, do you like taking one bus or two?
Well, I like doing two because it's not as cramped as one.
I
One's
agree.
fun.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Yeah.
When we done this last one with one, it was pretty fun, but it's very cramped. Everybody in the bus.
Yeah, everybody's kind of shuffling from different position to do because Granger's working, Fish is recording stuff with headphones on. Guys are drinking. I'm sleeping in the back. Butch is driving. It's just like everybody kind of rotates positions. It's fun.
Chinese fire crew.
But we wouldn't want to do that full time.
No.
It's nice getting out there with our two buses and our sanity. He also asked, Love Cows also asked, do I like when Granger brings his whole family on tour? Absolutely. It's actually a really cool change of pace. They make me little notes and stuff that if you ever walk, well, if you ever can see in the front window of the bus with the blinds up, there's like, I got some pictures posted that they drew me and stuff in the back, and everybody's, everybody, it puts a little bit of added pressure on me as far as safety, but like, I mean,
You're already.
yeah, it's already a safety thing always, but I love it actually. It's fun to have our little kids run around and just bringing that joy to sometimes an otherwise stressful situation.
Michaela Collins, I think that's Michaela Collins. Okay. Do you all get to say and actually watch Granger perform, or do you solely stay with the buses? We'll stay when we have a lot of days off after the show. Like we have 3 days off somewhere, we'll go see a show. Otherwise,
We're sleeping.
we're sleeping during the show.
Yeah, we gotta drive that night usually. We enjoy going to the show when we can, but we literally have to have the day off the next day, and sometimes two, depending on, like when we do the Denver, the Grizzly Rose, we always do like a two shows in a row. We go to that first night because we can be tired and it doesn't matter, and then we got the next day to sleep to go to wherever we're going next. We like doing that.
Have we ever driven the buses through Mississippi? Yes, all the time.
Absolutely. Yep. We played in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Do you do most bus repairs yourself? On the road, yes. Heavy duty stuff when we're at home, we take down to our buddy Ron DeWalt at AH back in San Antonio. He does, which you've seen him in some of the videos. He does a lot of the bigger stuff we don't have the capability of doing.
And he's a real mechanic.
Yeah, he's a certified mechanic.
Yeah, we're good. I'm a screwdriver holder.
Is it hard to leave the house for tour now? This whole year is making it harder to leave. Having a new baby plus having all this time off, it's like, oh man, you kind of look at it like, I know the band and everything that they're like, they're chomping at the bit to get out there, because that's what they do for a living. They love entertaining. When it comes to me and Butch, we're like, okay, are the buses good? Are we gonna make it out of Waco before we gotta change a hose? So it's more anxiety for us leaving, but when we go out on a longer tour, that's when I'm gonna really see what it's like to leave my son and wife now, compared to before. It was just Melissa, and she was used to it. We've been together for 10 years. It's like, she's like, all right, see you later. I'm like, all right, peace out. But now, it's a whole nother dynamic.
I get excited to go back on the road, especially now since we're not working hard at all. But it is harder to leave now. If we're only home for a few days, it's a lot easier to pack up and go. When we're home for a long distance time, it's a lot harder to pack up.
Absolutely. But usually we have the buses in better order if we're not home for just like a day or two. Does Dusty always take the beer after a tour? No, but Todd takes the liquor. No, that was just funny.
He took those kids' beers for his kids.
Yeah, because they were some sort of seltzer beer or some sort of weird beer. And I said, those are for children. And he said, well, I've got children, and he left. So, no, if there's some leftover stuff, usually people grab what they want,
Do we ever argue?
Me and Butch? Is that what they're asking?
Yeah, every day.
Right. That's not the right bull. Yes, it is. No, it's not. How many times I got to tell you? Let me look at my phone. I got a picture.
I tried to tell you.
He's usually right.
No, we really don't argue. That's it's kind of strange too, because we're close all the time.
Yeah.
And usually when you work with somebody that close proximity all the time, there's friction, but I haven't really, there hasn't been any.
No.
Not for those. We have any plans on playing in Mississippi? I don't know.
You know,
keep an eye on the schedule.
right? Ask the government.
Yeah.
I know we've played Mississippi a few times, but yeah, we don't play there a whole lot. You know, sort of like Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, right through there. We don't hit a lot of spots, but then we'll play the Panhandle of Florida or whatever. So it's weird. Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana, we don't hit a whole lot of cities there. But
Usually, if we play in Florida, we'll play in Alabama.
yeah, we'll do like a Dothan, Alabama, or something like that.
How's it feel to be?
What is it?
How's it feel to be famous
No.
now? Famous.
It is weird because I was talking to Butch before we hit the live button on this, and I was like, this must be what the guys in the band get when they're going to go out and entertain. It's like a weird feeling, like, it's an anxiety, like, oh, we need to perform a certain way, but we're not performing.
Yeah, it's weird.
I know the big.
For me, it's weird.
Yeah. Very weird. I know the big YouTubers, they have like a whole process and all that, and we just wanted to sit here and drink beer, but let you watch, which is weird.
It's very, very weird.
G. Booth asked, when we do a Detroit show, being that I'm from Ann Arbor, does the band ever stop for a day or two and enjoy Michigan while you're in town? Yeah, we actually stay in Ann Arbor a lot. We've actually parked in the stadium, in the U of M stadium, because my dad is there. And sometimes the band comes over to my parents' house and we'll barbecue or drink beer or whatever. Sometimes we just might park at a hotel for a day or two and I go see my parents.
Go do donuts in the snow.
We did do donuts. We rented a car and beat the lights off it.
We drove the heck out of it.
Yeah, it was November, and it was the first. They got like 11 inches of snow, so we're like, let's go rent a car and just drive around it. So that's what we did. We
spent all day riding around in the mall parking lot.
Yeah. While they were trying to plow it, we were in their way.
Would y'all give me a good old boy hello so my wife don't think I'm off my rocker coming from good old Woodstock?
What's his name?
Andrew.
Andrew
187. You can now tell your wife that you're not crazy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Your wife's still gonna think you're crazy.
Yeah, for watching us.
Right. Like, why are you watching that guy?
Ever play Floribama? Marcus Fitz.
What was it?
Ever play Floribama?
The venue? I don't think so. Not in my 6 years here. If it's a venue, otherwise we probably played right there on the line. I don't know.
How'd y'all meet Granger and start working for him? Well, we've already.
You'll have to go back and check that out. We've
Go
talked
back
about that.
after it's over. Jason said, "We're not worthy. We're not worthy."
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to cable access.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this is reaching more people than cable access would have.
What was it they would do on Wayne's World? Camera would go in and out. Y'all playing Billy Bob's Ford? Yes, next week, Jeremy.
I won't be there. Which will be? Well, Granger will be there too.
Jan Connolly, there's your shout.
Yeah, because she said that we skipped her.
Craziest cowgirl story. I don't have any cowgirl stories.
No.
I don't. Other than when we was a kid, or I say kid, when we were very young and you were still very young, Christy run up on the highway and that horse reared up because a semi was going down the road and it fell on her.
What, you talking to your sister?
Yeah. I don't have any cowgirl stories.
No, there's no cowgirl stories. Get at it.
Do any hunting on Granger's land? Not yet.
No, actually though, he just asked me yesterday if we wanted to do some dove hunting. You weren't there yesterday. He wanted to know if we wanted to do some dove hunting, so you might see some of that on his channel after we get back. Me and Butch are both kind of going on a little vacation, so after we get back in October, probably after we get the truck stuff done.
Yeah, we're gonna get the truck stuff done.
We'll probably do some dove hunting.
What are y'all sipping on?
Frank Sinatra edition, or what is it?
Yeah, Sinatra Select.
It's the bold, smooth classic of Frank Sinatra. It's burning my neck.
Fly me to the moon. What was my first vehicle? Old car guy, there he is.
Hey,
Thanks for coming in. And thanks for the shout out the other day. My first vehicle was a 1976 Mercury Capri two-door. And I had to pull it out of the weeds, and I paid $200 for it. And we got it running and painted it and everything, and that's what I drove till I blew it up.
I had a Nissan Sentra wagon with a Sparkomatic bass tube in the back so I could play me the Juice soundtrack.
Wagon. Yeah.
Yep. I had me that was hideous.
Hey, 15, BMW.
It was a 5-speed and I jumped it until it broke in half.
But yeah, I've got two kids, two girls. They're 32 and 29.
And two grandkids
Two
that are
grandbabies
girls,
that are girls, and they're 4 and 1.
which is a man living in a woman's world.
Yeah, I don't have any brothers. I got a bunch of sisters, and I got daughters and granddaughters. Yeah, I'm stuck in a woman's world. Where can we find the tyranny face mask?
That's a funny story. We actually took the Yee face mask. Butch took 2 of them to his wife.
Yeah.
And she made those on
Yeah,
the back side of the Yee mask.
We flipped them around, and she printed out the little thing and ironed them on there. Best road story.
And that's so hard to. That's probably the biggest question we get.
Yeah, and it's hard to answer that.
I mean, for me, it's when I went and seen Super Joint at the machine shop with Granger's bus, pulled up next to Super Joint's bus, which is Phil Anselmo, Jimmy Bauer, some other guys that are like, it's kind of a super group, Phil from Pantera. And we ended up parking next to him and hanging out with him all night. That's my favorite road story. But, I mean, there's so many, it's ridiculous.
Every weekend, Andrew asks, every weekend I got the smoker and the grill rolling. Do y'all know how to throw down when it comes to cooking?
Chris does. I'm not much of a smoker or whatever. I'm more of a order of pizza so I can go to bed faster. But Chris is really good at smoking meat.
Gaines a meat smoker.
You're a meat gobbler. He's a meat smoker.
Yeah, I like to eat it. Anthony Attaway, what's your dream vehicle?
You go first because I know what yours is. We just saw it.
My dream vehicle is a Bentley Continental GT. Plain and simple. If there is such a thing.
Right. Go watch the latest episode or one of the episodes of The Smith.
We got to hang out in a Bentley dealership at a show, and it was awesome.
I think mine's back in the either a Challenger, a Chevelle, 70s version. I don't really have one nailed down. My dad owns a 72 Chevelle that I will end up owning. That is just badass. So I'm kind of partial to Chevelles, I guess.
Donnie, thought y'all were pickup guys. Well, I am. I drive a pickup.
Me too.
But my dream vehicle is a car.
Right? And a truck.
If I had the money to buy my dream car, I'll have somebody else drive me around in a pickup.
With suicide doors, so you can get in and out easy.
Yeah, suicide or take the doors off. Mark Peterson, who farts the most on the tour bus?
Me. Seriously.
Well, after a steak challenge, I can tell you it's this guy.
Yeah, I know y'all want us to call out band members and stuff, but that ain't gonna happen. Oh, I did have another question. Who's usually the last one to the bus? If Granger's the last one to the bus, I think the question was. And no, he's usually one of the first. And he's usually sleeping when we leave because it's like 2 a.m. So he's already been in bed and just, he's getting into road mode. And I would have to say Will is one of the latest. He's usually rolling in about 1 minute prior to we roll. It used to be Blake. Blake used to be like, hey, I'm going to run to Whataburger real quick. And then he'd come back like just screeching in sideways.
We're rolling.
Right.
Like banging on the door.
Yeah. But Will, he has to drive from South Austin. So, if it's raining or some bad weather or something, it might set him back a little bit. But, some of the guys live out of town. They all come in early, like the day of. And then they're already in bed or hanging out, having fun when we're getting ready to roll.
It's Will and Sean.
Yeah, the Whiskey Sisters.
Yeah.
Speaking of whiskey,
who's
gonna do a shot with us?
It's nasty. This is nasty. They want some T-shirts.
I mean,
they sell them down there at the Walmart.
Right.
And,
yeah. Like we said, we'd like to just print some up, but it's not like we can just get, 20 of them for the 20 people who want them. Got to buy in bulk.
What is the coolest place, the best food we've had on the road? Coolest place is the Gorge in Washington State. The best food I've had on the road has got to be that.
I've got mine.
The name escapes me.
Hattie B's?
No, it's
Hattie B's is my favorite. That's a hot chicken in Nashville. Hattie B's.
it's in Iowa. The Machine Shed. Best food in America. The Machine
I
Shed.
don't remember that one.
It's a country cooking place.
I don't remember that one. Did we go there?
I did. I think I was doing it when I was running freight.
Oh,
So, yeah, I was running freight.
different road.
Yeah. Anthony Attaway said you also try eucalyptus or spearmint and rosemary essential oils on some cotton pads to get rid of mice.
Yeah, we heard that. I think the bounce dryer sheets are doing a good job. We're finding them dead all over the place. Either that or they're eating the soap, because we found that one in the cabinet on our last video, and he literally had a trail of crumbs of soap to his dead body. So
Yeah,
he was eating the soap, and he
he
died.
was eating the soap.
Yeah.
Speaking of t-shirts, old car guy says, are you making good use of the ones I sent you? Yeah, I've worn mine several times.
Yeah.
I like it.
Butch wears it all the time because it's tough to find him a 5X.
It fits me.
Yeah.
Even after it's been washed
Yeah.
in the fangled washing machine.
Mine's in the closet, but one of these days I'm gonna bust it out.
Have I been to the world's largest truck stop? I have.
Yes. But we never get fuel there. We get fuel at the pilot across the street because it's less chaotic.
Yeah. Pilot or TA? Pilot.
Pilot.
All day, every day.
And here's why. Almost every pilot has water at the pumps. The TAs, the Petros, they don't have water at the pump. We need to fill our buses with water for the sinks and the toilets. And
Showers.
the winter time is the absolute worst. We have stolen it off of Walmart's. We've stolen it off. We'll pull into any old hotel and get it off the building because their spigots are all shut off everywhere up north in the winter. It's the hardest thing. That's one of the most stressful parts of my job is finding water in the winter for these buses.
Hey, Scott. We can carry those little square wrenches that you stick in the hole to turn the water on.
Oh yeah, we carry a key. Yeah,
key.
Yeah, so we can just
So we
steal
can
it off
steal
the
water.
building. Yeah.
Steal water.
Yeah, you can get those on Amazon, by the way, if you ever have a need for it. I don't know why you would, other than a tour bus driver. But
What's one of your favorite traveling restaurants?
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's Bull. He eats that every single day.
Every day. I get to, while I'm in the elevator, I hit one button and that is on the way. So, Jimmy John's, like, they think I'm a god at Jimmy John's. I get free sandwiches all the time because that's all I'll eat.
When he walks in the door, if he gets to go there, they're showering with confetti.
Yeah, I'm more famous at Jimmy John's than I am in my garage, that's for sure.
Have you stayed at the Jubit's truck stop here in Portland? No.
No, I don't think I have either. I definitely am not doing it right now.
Yeah, right.
To be honest, I hope we can tour Portland ever again. I hope we can tour Minneapolis. I hope we can tour Chicago. Like, this has just become a mess, and it's going to be a long time before you see us in these cities. But, you know, we'll be out away from those cities within driving range. That's our hopes, because you won't see us, and we're not going to be playing in Portland anytime soon.
Amanda wants to know what's my fondest memory of Arkansas.
The pine trees.
My fondest memory, I would have to say, is catching crawdads in the creek with bacon tied on the end of the line.
Now that's country. Because I ain't never caught no crawdad with. I've never caught a crawdad.
Tie the bacon, roll the bacon up in a little roll, and then take the fishing line tied around it, and drop it down in there, and just a few seconds.
They
You
snatch
pick
it?
up, and then, yeah, they're pinched. Pinched on. They'll be big ones too, man.
Big
I guess that's my, anything to do when I was a kid, that kind of stuff.
A kid. I need to put a subtitle right there. A kid. K-I-D. I mean, are you guys enjoying this? It's been like an hour and 6 minutes. Are you guys still interested in what we got to say here?
Y'all have any other hobbies besides shooting? Anthony wants to.
Yeah, I like building guns. I like buying ammo. I like thinking about what I would do in the event of an emergency with my rifle.
Man, I really don't have anything other than
He's
messing on my house,
he's got a vape hobby.
and I guess that would be considered a hobby.
Yeah, I mean, really, guns are my only hobby.
Outlaw wants to know if you got the rollaway bed for me.
The what?
The rollaway bed
For where?
ready for me here.
Oh, no. I'll get him an Uber that doesn't exist in my hotel.
We do have a covered wagon that comes by with a couple asses.
Yeah. We do have a mattress in there for him.
Do you still own the vape shop? Jason asked. No, I got out the
Government.
when the government started requiring us to send in all of our what do you call it, recipes and all that stuff, so they could look at them, and they
Tell them how much
decided
it costs.
they decided that vape was a tobacco product, which it's not. I wasn't going down that road, so I got out.
How much was it per flavor, per nicotine level?
At the time,
This is why he left. This is a better answer.
At the time, the government was going, or the FDA was going to require us to get authorization for each flavor, each nicotine level, of, every vape juice that I made. And each one of them was going to be $10,000 per. So like orange flavor at 3 milligram would be 10,000, and at 6 milligram would be 10,000, and at 12 milligram would be 10,000, 18 milligram would be 10,000.
So it would have cost him over $1 million.
Yeah, so I said, deuces. Christopher Sheridan, what's your favorite fish to catch? And have you ever did any Chinook, salmon in the beautiful Northwest?
Before you answer that, I just want to let everybody know I've never caught a fish. I've fished. I've just never caught a fish. That's ridiculous. Somebody take me fishing. I remember my friend caught a fish when I was a kid. I put it on my hook and then recasted it and pulled it in. What's your favorite fish?
My favorite fish to catch is bass. I like the bass fish. That's my favorite. I love crappie fish and brim fish and catfish, of course.
See, it's like a different language. Well,
bass fish.
I do know bass and I know crappie.
And I have caught.
What was the other one you said? You said
crappie, brim.
brim. What the hell is a brim?
They call them sunfish.
Oh, okay. I probably have actually caught a sunfish.
My favorite vape juice is candy apple or apple candy, not candy apple. Candy apple for
It's actually called Pegasus,
it's called
right?
Perseus.
Perseus.
It's my juice I make.
And I got a nice, big, huge, fresh bottle of it because I'm going on vacation. Oh, you can't see it.
Mason Hearing said, "I'll take bull ice fishing here in Wisconsin next time y'all are here."
I'll go because I've actually ice fished a
What if
lot.
there ain't no ice when we come?
Oh, global warming.
How are you going to ice fish if there ain't no ice? What if we come in July?
Right.
Kevin said he'd take you out in the Lake Michigan for salmon.
Really?
Cole said he likes bass and cats.
Shoot. You gonna vote for him?
Right here.
Seriously, write him in on the ballot. Let's just see how many he gets.
Let's just see.
Actually, don't waste your vote. Go for Trump. We need all the help we can get right now.
Yeah.
We would love to go back to our jobs.
Red Bull or GE Energy? Yeah.
Oh, Yee Energy?
I ain't drinking none of that crap. When we had to clean up the semi when it rolled over on the highway,
They were exploding all over the highway.
there were Yee Energy dripping off the edges of the stupid trailer. And after that, I don't know.
But I will say, Yee Energy was better than Red Bull. They didn't have that I don't know, that after bite.
I've never been an energy drinker. I do like those 5-hour energy shots.
Yeah, see, I
The key
can't.
with those.
I won't do those.
The key with those is you have to drink those before you get sleepy.
Yeah, because they won't keep your eyes open. But Grind's coffee pouches, I throw one in every morning after I drink coffee to get me till about noon, and then Grind's coffee pouches are the best. If you haven't checked out the coffee pouches, it's just like a little dip, but it's coffee. You can get Irish cream, vanilla, spearmint. You can get all different kinds, and it is amazing. And it's just like just enough energy that you're not like bite your face off.
Elvis, that bottle that he held up would last you one day. One day. One day. I've seen him in one day. He was on a motorcycle and the top come off, so he spilled all over him. Just one day.
That should last me the 10 days I'm going to be gone, but man, I don't know. I'm risking it. I might have to buy some garbage apple.
Have we done noodling?
I have not. I haven't caught a fish.
I have, and I'll never do it again. You got to have a whole bunch of these in order for me to stick my hand in a hole underwater.
Speaking of those, you need one?
Yes. Never had a Yee Energy. Well,
now
they don't have it.
They're gone.
They're gone.
They gone. They were good though.
Tattoos?
Oh boy.
1 or 2 or 4. I got 4.
I think I have like 9. I've got Down, the band that's on the music back there, if you can't hear it. My favorite band in history, right there, right below Pantera, because half of it was Pantera at some point. That's also a Down tattoo. It's my wife's initials. I got Dimebag on my arm here. I've got shit covered up. I've got Elmer Fudd with a big fucking gun right there. And then my jump wings from the Army. I've got a taproot tattoo on the back of my right leg, or on my back of my calf. This one here, this says, "Tell me or show me your life makes perfect sense." That's an Evans Blue song. I don't know. I got a bunch of them.
I've got 4.
Explain.
I got one here.
Yep.
That's a Willie G skull.
He's got elephant ears tattooed right here.
And I got one under here. And I got one here.
Yeah, he's got the "don't tread on me" there. Did you get sunburned today?
One here.
It was raining all day. How do you get a sun?
I'm white.
It goes through the clouds and gets you?
Have you always driven for music stars? No.
No.
It's my first one.
Yeah, and it's the first one I've driven for other than being like their whole crew and driving.
Jeff Thomas, how long y'all been driving a bus? She looks better than driving a city bus like I do.
Yeah, what city, by the way?
Yeah, what city?
Um,
The city bus job, to me, I could see where that would be monotonous, but you get to go home every night, right?
yeah, we're stuck out. I've been driving an actual bus for an entertainer coach for 6 years, which has been what, 3.5, 4 maybe.
Yeah, zoo staff. Bye, guys. Got to go eat a steak. Eat a big one.
You're right.
Lube the goozle first.
Lube the goozle.
Bull, can we shoot when you come to Michigan? G Booth wants to know.
Sure. You got a range? I keep guns on the bus, so.
How often do y'all just hang out together? Quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, Butch has a second house that he goes to basically Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Other than that, we're together every day. I mean, and you know, we're not always sitting around drinking beer, but we're always yucking it up and whatever. That's why we started this.
Jeff Thomas said a shitty little city in western New York. Don't want to narrow it down too much. Really?
Oh, okay. So the guy that drives the bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no fun in New York. And even if it's in Western New York, I've seen those drivers.
Jason Howard wants to know the coolest celebrity you've met besides Granger.
I mean, this is going to sound really weird, but maybe the biggest celebrity I've met other than Granger, I mean, that's so weird. Jimmy Kimmel. And he was actually really cool to us twice. You know, I know his politics are different than ours, but super nice guy. Never did me wrong. So I love doing those talk shows, Fox and Friends, stuff like that.
Like this.
Yeah.
This talk show.
Yeah. Minus the lights and the booze.
Good deal, Mason. Said, need any electrical work down there. I'm finishing up school for being an electrician. Nice.
Electrical work, where are you at? When he answers.
Anthony Edaway, what is your preferred mechanic gloves?
Anything that soaks up hot coolant. Actually, I'm kind of partial to Hardy. They're not too thick and bulky, and I think those Hardy gloves I had from Harbor Freight, you can still swipe with your finger and everything on your phone. Mechanics gloves, you can't do that.
Hi, folks from Australia. Rain.
What time is it in Australia? It's got to be morning, right?
It's got to be
It's like 18 hours or
1721.
we didn't ask. I didn't ask. All right. I didn't ask for your SAT score. I'm a genius. 3.
I know you'd rather be on the road making Blaylock. I know you'd rather be on the road, but have you guys enjoyed this time at home to get back to basics somewhat and do stuff like this?
Absolutely. I have never spent this much time in one place. Or I think I explained this on the last video, but I've never been home for this amount of time. I've always went out and, might have a month off at the most. When Granger broke his rib, we had like 6 weeks off. I think that was the most I've ever had off in my adult life. So yes, I've enjoyed it thoroughly. And we've actually, we've got to do some cool stuff as far as Earl's truck.
Do either of you load your own ammo? No.
No.
My dad loads his, but I don't load mine. Bull, I've got a range. It's in Oxford. Gorgeous outdoor range. G-Boo.
Really? All right. Well, email me your contact info, and when we're up there.
Yep. 42 Invincible. Welcome back. Hi, guys. UK calling. 220 here, and only up as I needed to piss.
And you tuned into us? How are you? Or he said UK?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Why are people watching us from the UK? Are you in the military? I don't understand.
Laura Culver wants to know, is Granger going to get a new bus?
No, that was just a picture we took when we dropped off the seat to be reupholstered. We are, if that's what you're talking about, the restoring of that old bus. No, we are thinking about doing some changes with buses, but that'll come at a later date.
What branch of military were you in?
I was in the 3rd Battalion, 4th Air Defense Artillery Regiment, in the 82nd Airborne of the Army. And if you look behind me here, mess with the best, die like the rest.
Hey, Butch, I saw in your videos when you weed eat, you're always wearing shorts. Do you sometimes regret that?
He does never. It was -5 before I ever seen him put on a pair of breeches, as he calls them.
When
The fire ants.
When I left, I used to make ink at an ink company. That, the ink on bags and stuff, and on beer cans and whatnot. When I left there to open the bake shop, to go to work for myself, I quit wearing pants. I quit wearing breeches. I wear shorts all the time. I quit wearing long breeches.
Yeah. He used to wear overalls like Earl
every day.
Every day of his life. Yeah. I mean, did anybody comment if they're still interested in this? Or?
Yeah. Michael, my brother from another mother, he wants to know, or he said, "Hey, Bull, I was 1/3 ADA at Fort Carson."
Oh, Colorado. Awesome. Yeah, I worked on the Humvees that had the Stinger missile systems on them back in 95 to 99. I didn't actually work on the Stinger missile systems. I just worked on the trucks. So I am a diesel mechanic. Technically, I'm just not certified. But that's why we can do what we do now. But I think that's kind of what helped me get the job with Granger. So
Raymond Seymour's 4th, 5th ADA Fort Hood.
Really? Oh, you're just up the street,
Just
brother.
up the road,
I
man.
live in Salado. Butch lives in Gerald.
I've been drinking and shooting the shoot since this started. You have a buzz like I do.
Yes, sir.
He does.
I do.
David Coons, I lived in Wisconsin 35 years. In the winter, it'd be 40 below, and I would wear shorts to work every day.
Yeah, I mean that's Butch right there. I only seen him put his pants on one time, and it was during the Kane tour. I think we were up in Fargo or something.
Yeah, it was in North Dakota.
Yeah, and yeah, he finally came out like, all right, I'm wearing breeches today. It was like -5 was the high. Well, I mean, it's 8:30. We went an hour and a half.
Yeah, we've got other stuff to do.
We don't, but we've got to work on Earl's truck tomorrow. So
Yeah, we got to work on Earl's truck tomorrow and a couple of other things. We got to get Montana ready to go to Fort Worth,
he
and
needs a battery maintainer because it's a
other
turd.
because it's a turd. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we are happy that you guys came with all these questions, and
Thank you so much.
I can't even believe that there's
Yeah,
people
Yeah.
watching these comments just keep going. It's crazy.
Ridiculous. Why? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
Yep, thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you want us to go live again, you let us know somehow, some way. I don't care. Email, comments, whatever. And I want to say one more thing. We're putting together some how-to videos. They're not going to be as entertaining, or if you think we're entertaining.
Yeah.
We're going to start doing some how-to videos to bring some traffic to our site. So if you see a video come up that doesn't say like episode number such and such or has a cool thumbnail, it's us just doing some how-to stuff because we want to bring some traffic to the site. And hopefully they stick around and watch us be dumbass.
Yeah. And we really appreciate y'all. And it's weird that y'all like this. So.
All right, let's finish this whiskey.
Oh my gosh. What? How did you get? How did that happen?
I don't know, but you got to finish this.
That's bull crap.
We love you guys. Thank
We
you
love
for
you.
watching.
Yee.
Yee yee.
Ugh.